Imagine this: you spend your entire life loving, sacrificing, protecting, and then one day, the same children who once clung to your leg now roll their eyes when you speak. They answer with irritation. They look through you, not at you. And the silence between you feels heavier than words. You wonder, what happened? Where did I go wrong? Pause. Cinematic tone drops lower the painful truth. Most adult children who consistently disrespect their parents weren't raised in hate. They were raised in too much love. A love that protected them from every fall, shielded them from every consequence, and slowly robbed them of empathy. Studies show that almost 70% of adult children who grow up to disrespect their parents were overprotected emotionally or practically. They never learned accountability, so they never learned respect. It begins innocently. You think you're doing what every good parent does, giving comfort, safety, and endless chances. You want to see your child happy. But in that pursuit, something subtle breaks. Boundaries blur. And the child starts believing your sacrifices are their right. They stop seeing you as a person, and start seeing you as a function, the one who solves, the one who forgives, the one who is always available. This isn't rebellion. It's emotional conditioning, and it's destroying families quietly, all over the world. Let me tell you about Rajan. Rajan is 68, widowed early. He raised his only daughter, Mira, alone. He worked double shifts, skipped meals, and said yes to everything she wanted. When she fell, he caught her. When she failed, he fixed it. He never let her struggle, not once. Today, Mira is 35, successful, confident, living in another city. She sends him money every month. But when he calls, she's always busy. One night, Rajan called again. "Beta, just wanted to hear your voice." Mira sighed. "Dad, I'm tired." "Okay. Please, don't start emotional talk again." That one line broke something inside him. He hung up, smiled faintly, and sat quietly on his balcony. He looked at the stars and whispered, "Maybe I gave you too much." What Rajan didn't realize was this: in protecting his daughter from every discomfort, he unknowingly took away her ability to understand struggle or gratitude. When you rescue your child from every fall, they never learn how pain builds respect. They never learn that love has limits. And when they grow up, they see you not as a person with feelings, but as a background service. This is the cruel paradox of modern parenting. We love our children so much that we forget to teach them to love us back properly. Helicopter parents hover, snowplow parents clear every path. But every time we remove a challenge, we also remove a lesson. The child grows up emotionally soft, intelligent, capable, but fragile. They can't handle discomfort. So, when you finally say no, they hear rejection instead of boundaries. And that's when disrespect begins. When an adult child feels entitled to your time, money, and energy, any limit feels like betrayal. It's not that they hate you, they just never learned the difference between love and servitude. Rajan's story isn't rare. Every week, thousands of parents around the world write letters, sit alone in rooms, or cry silently at night, asking the same question: why has my child changed? The truth? They haven't changed. They've simply revealed what was never built: boundaries, accountability, empathy. Think back. How many times did you say yes when your heart screamed no? How many times did you put their comfort above your peace? Each time you taught them something, that your needs don't matter. And now, years later, they believe it completely. When your adult child speaks to you harshly, it isn't just disrespect. It's emotional blindness. They can't see you anymore because you never taught them how love without boundaries doesn't build connection. It builds entitlement. But here's the most painful twist. This isn't their fault alone. You played a part out of love. You thought you were protecting them. You were, in truth, protecting them from growing up. When a child grows up, never facing real consequence, they internalize the belief that someone will always clean up the mess. And when that person finally says no, the child doesn't feel guilt, they feel anger. They see your boundaries as betrayal, your fatigue as drama, your absence as neglect. And the worst part? You start believing it. But Rajan's story doesn't end there. Because one evening, his neighbor, another elderly parent, said something simple: stop waiting for her to respect you. Start respecting yourself first. That night, Rajan decided something small, but powerful. He would stop calling first. He would wait. Weeks passed. Then, one night, Mira called. "Dad, are you okay?" "You didn't call," he smiled. "Beta, I'm fine. I just thought maybe you'd call this time." A small silence. Then she said softly, "I missed you, Dad." It wasn't magic. It was a shift. Because respect doesn't begin with confrontation. It begins with space. With silence that teaches others you are not infinite. This story, of overparenting turned into emotional distance, is not about blame. It's about awareness. The reason your grown children disrespect you isn't because they stopped loving you. It's because they never learned how to love you as an adult. But awareness is only the first step. The real transformation comes next, when you begin to rebuild that broken respect through boundaries, clarity, and self-worth. And that's where we go next. In part 2, you'll discover how parents can reclaim respect, rebuild balance, and finally live with peace, not guilt. Because love without respect is slavery. But love with dignity is freedom.